Now take two. There's Sarah. Look at that smile. Sarah's gonna make fudge. I'm gonna help some. She'll do all the work. So you need a big pot. Need the old measuring cups. Then you need sugar, sugar, sugar. You get a cup of brown sugar and a cup of white sugar and a third of a cup of corn syrup.
And a cup of milk.
And a cup of milk.
And some salt.
And some salt, a pinch of salt. Yeah, so here we go.
Excuse me, I need a knife.
You need a knife. You have to have a knife. There we are. So, you wouldn't be intruding, I wouldn't be intruding on you, am I, Sarah? Press it in hard, like push in hard on that stuff.
I know. Mrs. Petrie taught me how to bake. Remember?
Oh, Mrs. Petrie taught you how to bake. And if anybody doesn't know who Mrs. Petrie is, it's the home ec lady at Sarah's high school.
Who was there for 100 years.
Yeah, she was old enough to retire when I was a baby.
She was wonderful.
Yeah, she was a nice lady. Then I got a cup of brown sugar. Then we gotta go for a cup of white sugar. You don't have to pack that so well. Yeah, she knows that. Cup of white sugar. We're making fudge for anybody who's forgotten. And then a cup of milk. But Sarah, put in your third of a cup of corn syrup first. Yeah, that's just, you know, the rules. The rules are, third of a cup of corn syrup goes in first. Then you put in a cup of milk. Where's your spurtle? Spurtle, spurtle, spurtle. Everything's got to be done with a spurtle after that. There's a spurtle. This is a spurtle. It's a, whatever you call it. A stick with a bulb on the end of it.
An Eastern invention.
An Eastern invention. Not much good for cleaning out corn syrup. There, now stir it up.
Yeah.
The burner goes on high. Just put it in the sink. Onto the burner. Start cooking. Stirring and cooking until it boils. So once it comes to a boil, put a cap on it. Let it sit there for 3 minutes. Take two. Yep, one of the nice things that makes fudge making better is a nice glass of brandy. And a cat. Yeah, so after it cooks on its own for about 3 minutes, you start cooking and stirring and cooking and stirring and cooking and stirring until it gets down to what they call the soft ball stage. We'll show you that later. Yeah, the Tony is very helpful reading the cookbook. Wondering what this stuff is. There's a bowl with a bunch of ice cubes in it and some water. That's for doing your soft ball testing. Yeah, here's quite a bit of stirring later. Then you do the old softball test, which is dripping it into the water. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. Didn't make a ball, but it will soon. There, you hear that sound? That's a squick, squick, squick sound. That squick, squick, squick sound means that things are going good.
Oh.
And it's getting close to being a snowball there, or a softball. But keep on cooking for a while more. If you had a candy thermometer, it's 200 and some odd degrees. I don't know what it is. We don't pay any attention because I can't operate a candy thermometer. Yeah, softball check number 3.
Oh yeah.
I think it's pretty near there, eh?
I think it is there. That was 2 drips.
Another minute here.
Here, let's. That's a softball.
Pretty close to a softball when it gets to be like that. So after you pass what they think is the softball test, you bring it over, and that's what it looks like, and you pour it into a bowl over 2 tablespoons of butter or so. Scrape it out with this.
I have to turn it the other way.
I can go to the other side. There we are. Scrape it all out. Wouldn't want to miss any of that good candy. Num num. And the 2 tablespoons of butter, you just leave them floating on the top of it. And they'll melt. And you let this concoction cool until you can touch the sides of it and lift it up. Yeah, so then you put in a teaspoon of vanilla and start beating the hell out of it. The butter all melts on the top. And then once it gets beated up where it's kind of stiff to go, too stiff to beat anymore, we pour it onto a flat glass dish. Yep, this stuff works good. There, take two. Hey, it takes a little bit to beat it all up good. And Sarah's got to get the good smile on. Hey, there you go.
Please don't put that online.
Too late. Yep, so there we're getting it all scraped out of there and into the oiled bowl or oiled plate. Or there it is, flattened it down. There's an empty bowl. There's lick the spoon. Yep, there we are, licking the spoon. Good stuff. Now, when that cools off and hardens, we cut it up. Yeah, there's the final step. You chop it all up and you put it in a very pretty tin. There you go, good fudge.